In this section, we'll talk about serving a website and what your options are with that on a small network. Two main options we'll talk about. You could go with a hosted provider, a third party that you provide a monthly fee to in exchange for hosting your website, or you could run it on your own network. The first option, the hosted provider, involves paying a monthly fee in exchange for this provider handling the hardware and administrative effort of hosting your website. These come in many shapes and sizes. On the low end, you can find hosting from maybe just $10 or $15 a month for a very small site, all the way up to thousands or tens of thousands of dollars per month for very large sites. Most hosting companies will help you register your domain name so you can be www.yourcompany.com. Hosted provider is definitely the way I would recommend if your website is business critical. So if you have a e-commerce site that your business is really dependent on, or for some other reason your website really needs to be online very close to 100% of the time, then I would recommend going with the hosted provider. It's just very difficult on a small network to have the level of uptime that a hosted provider could give you for a fairly reasonable price. If you would like to run a website on your own network, there's lots of different software that can do this, but there's two web servers that make up the majority of the market. Microsoft Internet Information Server, or IIS. On a Linux or Macintosh machine, you would run Apache. Both of these are web servers that are capable of running very simple, very small websites, or much larger, much more complex websites with significant programming and connections to databases. Before you run a website on your small network, you'll want to check with your ISP. Most ISPs are generally agreeable to you hosting your own website, but you do want to make sure that's part of your arrangement with your ISP. You'll also want to take some considerations about firewall and security. Remember, as soon as you set up a public website, you are allowing people from the outside world to come into your network, and obviously some of those people may not have the best intentions. You want to make sure you have a good firewall and some good security practices in place. This is a situation where it might be worth hiring a professional to do a quick security audit on your network before you open it up to the world with your own website.